Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. F-Dash here with F-Dash TV. And yes, I'm back, I'm alive. We've survived the onslaught that was Hurricane Irma. I had a little bit of flooding, some roof damage. My fence is pretty much completely gone, so it ate the fence. But I'm alive, family's good, so we can return now back to card monsters. Do a little more spotlights. The other reason I haven't made a video for card monsters is because the game's pretty much still the same as all the other videos. Insider tip here, there is a new update coming soon, and they're going to talk about one of the new features tomorrow on Facebook. So make sure you check out Facebook at Card Monsters so you can see what the new update is going to be about. I will let you know 2 words, and that is Draft Rumble. Draft Rumble. So keep that on in your back pocket. So today we're going to be talking about 2 cards in our spotlight. The first one's going to be Frosty, and then we're going to come back and talk about Calamity. So first up, Frosty. So Frosty is, if you look at his picture there, Frosty's a dragon. I don't care what you say, he's not a snowman. He's a dragon covered in snow. It's the only reason why this freaking card can fly. Like, there is no real reason why an Iceman can fly. Therefore, you've heard it here first. Breaking news, Frosty is an ice-covered dragon. It's the only thing that makes sense. Frosty. So, I mean, by now, you should have heard of Frosty. Frosty is pretty common in this game. And rightfully so. He's got good stats. You know, I used to use Frosty. I don't anymore because he costs 4 crystals, and I'm trying to have an efficient deck. But he's definitely worth those 4 crystals. So let's take a look at Frosty. So Frosty has magic attack, deals special damage to the opposite enemy, and ignores armor. Magic is pretty crazy. We've talked about it. So, and he also has this ability, flying. When attacked by a monster without flying, 50% chance to evade a melee attack and double strike. He has a 25% chance to evade range attack. Now this is actually more like 90% chance to evade a melee attack and like 50%. Actually, no, that's still about 25% chance to evade a range attack. I mean, I'm not going to go too into flying. You guys know what I think about flying. Flight is something else, man. So, look at his upgrade table. So, level 1, 6 health, 2 magic damage, no flight. So, even at level 1, he's been not bad, not bad. At level 2, he gains another magic damage. At level 3, he gains flight, but loses 1 health, so 5-3. And then at level 4, he gains his health back, 6-3. And his current max, 7-3 with flight. So let's look at what he will end up at. So he maxes out at 8-4 with flight. So he's only going to gain 1 more. Interesting, look at his level 6. His level 6 actually goes down to 6-4. That's very interesting. I wonder why. It doesn't seem like he gains anything or loses anything. He just does it. That's really weird. Really weird. But yeah, so that's Frosty. And I mean, you put Frosty on a team pretty much anywhere. You're going to want to roll with both of them. So you want to have 2 Frosties. And give him a mage cap and just, honest to God, let him go to work. That's what Frosties are for. You just throw him in there and let him go to work. So let's check out a replay here. Again, I don't play Frosty anymore. So if you wanted to see one of my real Cunt Blaster, wow. Let's go back. It literally says Cunt Blaster. All right. So if you wanted to see me play Frosty, you're going to have to go way back into my my replays here. So we're not going to do that. But I did recently face a player who may or may not be a bot. Actually, no. Click is not a bot because that's not a bot name, nor is 2750 a bot. deck strength, nor is this deck a bot deck. So this is a real person. I did lose to this person. You notice the only loss around here was to a real person. Tells you something. And it was Frosty. He's got 2 Frosties you see here. He's also got rolling with a fairy, a summon witch, and a snail mail. Snail mails are pretty disgusting. So we're going to go ahead and watch me versus Click. 2750 versus 3180. I'm on the top, Click's on the bottom. I'm in 7, Click is in 8. Alrighty. So you see Snail Mail and Frosty to begin there. I have my Calamity. So you also get to see a little bit of Calamity in action here. Here's the problem with Calamity. It can't do anything against Snail Mail. And Snail Mail also can't do anything against Calamity, so... Now these 2 cards are very interesting. So you see Calamity has way more health, right? But the thing about Snail Mail is that it reduces melee damage, and if you give it a shield, it also increases shield damage. So they work almost the same, but they have, you know, vastly different stats. So you see he only has 3 health there, but that 3 health is gonna, you know, keep him alive mainly because of Magic Reflect. So that's gonna hurt me a bit there. So he sets up his Snail Mail there. This deck was just very, very, you know, well thought out. So he threw back magic damage at me. I don't have anything to combat magic damage at the moment. Now he's going to throw out one of his Frosties. Now his Frosty's only 3/6, so it hasn't even maxed them out yet. But he has just enough for flight. So that's going to take out my fairy. Very, very sad. So actually our fairies and Frosties are the same here. So I throw out my double spiders. And I hit this guy with one of those. Ceremonial Knife. Enchanting them's not really going to do anything. And see, the problem is that I need to hit Snail Mail, but I'm hitting Frosty. So they're both entangled, that's fine, whatever. Still doesn't really do me any good. So he's going to throw out a Summon Witch who heals and does 2 magic damage. She's got 4 health. So we're going to blow up this red thing here. This deck has so many colors, it's pretty interesting. Purple, blue, red. It's quite interesting how many colors. So Mage Cap there. That's going to go ahead and destroy my spider, which is sad. Super sad. Again, I still can't do anything to Snail Mail. Our Snail Mails and the other guy are going to stay there. Calamity are going to stay there pretty much the entire match. So I went ahead and used my magic on Snail Mail. He's still got 1 health though. And I still can't attack him, because I can't throw out magic damage with his Magic Reflect, and I don't have my Poison Dagger quite yet. So that's going to go ahead and destroy the other one. The other spider. Now he's got more Magic Reflect. So you can see this deck was primarily built to combat pretty much my deck, which is magic. So I had to throw out my other Void Element because I have nothing left here. And still, you know, Calamity with 2 health. Or, I'm sorry, Calamity has 13 health still. He hasn't even been attacked yet. So go ahead and destroy her. And I'm going to take this. Going to take this hit here, but at least I've got 2. Unfortunately, he's going to die now. I should have put him on the other side. Didn't even think about it. But he switched it up on me anyway. He or she. Click's probably a she. It's got a she avatar there. He's thinking, he's thinking. Gonna go ahead and give him a shield there that does retribution damage. Doesn't matter because I won't be able to hit him. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and go with magic so I can finally take him out. Gonna use some magic over here so I can take out his fairy. And finally a ceremonial knife, but it may be too little too late. So damage here, and he's dead, finally. But he's still got another Frosty up his sleeve. Ooh, and this item was very hurtful because I only have one ceremonial knife. Not ceremonial, but the poison dagger. I only have one, so there's not much I'm going to be able to do here. So Frosty's he's all around good. I mean, he's got his flight. He's got good stats, 3-7. There you see the flight proccing, because of course it's going to proc. It's flight. So I moved over Calamity so he can do some damage to his Acolyte there, but this really screwed me here. His placement was really, really good this game. I won't be able to do much else. Went ahead and put Plague Armor on. Again, it's not going to do much. And you see here, I can't even hit Frosty because he's got two shield. So even though he could Magic Reflect, it'll never trigger because I can't even do enough damage on him for it to trigger. It's the saddest thing, honestly. It's just such a waste. I mean, and there's another flight from the Red Dragon. And I'm just getting demolished here. I'm actually surprised I went all the way with this one. So he got taken out, but his Frosty's full power, and he's got flight, so either way, I'm dead here. I put up the face because I knew I was going to die. And I knew, you just know that it's going to proc flight, and I'm out. So that's it, you know, that's Frosty. Frosty's nasty. Frosty is disgusting. So you saw a little bit of Calamity there, but let's go ahead and take a closer look at Calamity. Oops, all my images are coming up. All right, let's take a closer look now at Calamity. Calamity! Alright, so you saw Calamity there. He did nothing. He was nerfed in that battle, so no bueno for me. But let's take a closer look here at Calamity. Alright, because Calamity's cool because he only costs 3 crystals and he's a legendary. Alright, Calamity. So let's look at his skill details. He only has one, and that's Thorns. So when he's hit by a melee attack, he deals true damage to the attacker. And this just means that they damage armor first. That's literally all he does. He's just there to soak up damage. That's why he has 13 health when he's maxed out. And he does 3 thorn damage. As I like to call it, retribution damage. Alright, so this is what he looks like. This is his skill tree, his upgrade table. So he starts out with 2 thorns and 11 health. Then he goes up to 12 health, then 12 health and 3 thorns, and then maxes out at level 4, 13 health and 3 thorns. So let's see what he's going to end up at. Ooh, 16 and 5. Jesus, that's amazing. 16-5. So, how do you want to use Calamity? Well, Calamity is going to be your main tank. And again, he's not going to be able to do anything against chaos damage, which again, nobody can, or magic. So if you want him to be able to combat magic, do as that snail mail did in the last battle you saw, and equip him with bracers. That's going to be your only line of defense other than flashcards. So equip him with bracers. I don't do that. I sort of just let him die. But it's not a bad idea at all. I do have bracers, I just don't currently have it as part of my deck. I do have him with Plague Armor stores. You see, I do actually have 2 Plague Armors. One's level 1, one's level 2. They both do the same thing at their current level. So it's going to do 1 poison. It's going to do 3 thorn damage on top of his thorn damage, so he can do a max of 6 thorn damage at his current level. It's also going to make him immune to flashcards. And the real difference is the shield. So at level 1 it's 4, and at level 2 it's 5. So it maxes out at level 2, by the way. This is just really a great armor to put on him. So let's check it out. So he's got armor, of course. He's got thorns, disease, and he's got immunity. So he's immune to demoralize, suppress magic, silence, and he can't be targeted by flashcard. So that's pretty helpful. That way your fear doesn't work. I'm sorry, no, actually fear does work. And poison's always good. The problem is that you can't, it's not going to poison a magic dealer, which would be super helpful, but you know, it's not really going to work out. But yeah, Calamity is pretty simple. I mean, you throw them out there, give them some damage per turn characters on the side. In my case, it's going to be a fairy or a wolf spider, and you let them go to work. Let them go to work. So let's go ahead and take a look at him in action. I believe Nico is the one I wanted to show you, mainly because there's a blue dragon. You know, guys, I hate blue dragons. So let's go ahead and watch Nico versus effdash. I believe, yes, Nico is a bot. So, you know, ooh, I beat a bot. It's okay. All right, go ahead and watch. I am on the bottom. Nico, the bot, is on top. Ooh, I go first. So it's always helpful when you have your void element at the beginning, so you can sack them. Unfortunately, having two spiders is always really weird. But I did get my Calamity, so Calamity and Spider is that's how I like to start off without... I don't like to throw two spiders, just in case they have contempt, and then go ahead and blow that away. But I went ahead and... So he skipped his turn, which is very interesting. And I put a Plague Armor on him, so he's going to do 6 damage here, which is pretty awesome. And then I'm just going to leave him like that. I will now throw out my spider. Go ahead and take out this dragon. Which I didn't... Oh, so I missed that one. But still, it's really nice when you can essentially nullify their dragon. I'm going to take some damage here, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and equip him now with a mage cap, which is always fun. And, yeah. So he's going to take 3 damage here when he attacks me. Unless he puts a shield on, which he doesn't have. So he's got his Frosty, though, throws it out. 3 damage. It's okay, I'm still alive. He's going to die. Now, again, I can't do anything against Frosty's damage with my current set. So I'm just going to be trading damage here. But give him a little bit of damage there. Oh, he got entangled, so he's going to die anyway. Who's next? So this bot deck was really weird because I think he had like every single color. It was the weirdest thing. You see, he has a griffin and he's got a saber shark coming out now. So he's going to take 3 damage there. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a ceremonial knife. And equip myself my other plague armor, and he's dead. Who's next? Griffin! Griffin is gonna die here because that's 6 damage. Bye-bye. I'm not even sure if he keeps going. He might surrender. Yeah, he surrendered. So, it's very simple. It's super easy to play. I like it, of course, because I used to play the amazing Shield Ghost. And Shield Ghost, you just throw him out there, and, you know, he will absorb some damage. He does get outclassed pretty quickly, especially against a blue dragon. But... you know, that's why you got to move up. So I do like those characters that sort of like just stall, I guess. That's what they do. And they allow your other people to get going. So in that case, my spiders, I don't even think I brought out my fairies in that one. But they did work. So yeah, so that is the card spotlight on Calamity and... He went away there for a second. That's weird. On Calamity and Frosty. So again, tune into Facebook tomorrow so you can see the draft rumble details. It'll be pretty cool. I don't know why that keeps going away, but it keeps going away. That's weird, man. But yeah, Calamity. Loop. Oh, I didn't loop it. That's why I'm so silly. There it is. A little late, but there it is. But yeah. So if you want to see a particular card in a spotlight, let me know in the comments. Yeah, so we'll see what the announcements are tomorrow. We'll see what kind of future this game has. Hopefully it has one because, you know, everybody, you know, this is a fun game, but it definitely needs to get going with these updates because it's getting really stale. So we'll see tomorrow. But my friend code, XU2WZQ, if you'd like to join the Discord, drop me a comment and I will give you a link. If you'd like to join our line group, drop me a comment and I will give you a link. If you'd like to join the Reddit, go on Reddit and search for card monsters. It's already there. But I will see you guys Probably not in arena because again, it's full of bots. Maybe in custom match. And I'll see you next time on effdash TV.